guy Cake Boss. You know the Cake Boss guy? This is him from Carlo's Bakery. It's in Hoboken, New Jersey. Apparently this guy is like the prodigy of cakes, right? He's the prodigy of pastries. And this was going to turn out interesting because I couldn't get to this one right away. So I put some bags of ice on here just to keep it for a couple days. I'm only a couple days behind and it's cake. It should be good, but I wanted to keep it fresh. So I put a couple of bags of ice on here and it's really wet. I'm going to do this live and hopefully it's going to work out. I have their sampler pack here and I was so excited about it. I bought this cake display, right? Am I taking this too seriously? Am I becoming too domesticated? Or am I just plain insane for buying this pastry display? Thumbs up on the pastry display or no? All right, so let's see what we got here. All right, I'm gonna get right into this one. There will not be any forks. Don't have the time and don't have the patience. This did come with dry ice, but it evaporated. Let's kick that down. As you can see, this is soggy, but still fresh. And take a look at this. So I ordered the 8-pack sampler. And they have the most outrageous cakes. This guy, again, was featured on the show Cake Boss. He was on the show The Knot. He's been like in tons of wedding magazines. Like he is like one of the most renowned and revered wedding cake and overall bakers on the planet. So they don't have them labeled here, and this is the first one. There's absolutely zero information. There's no data or anything. So let me see if I can use my skills to set these up here. How is this going to work? I'm going to call this birthday cake sprinkle. Look at that. Okay. This could be like an Oreo double chocolate. These are so moist and so delicate. Just really the epitome of fresh. How should I do this? So you get 8 of them. Oh, look at this rainbow. This rainbow is a cool looking one. This is the one they're really famous for, is this rainbow one. Look at that, how cool is that? You show up with this Carlos rainbow cake to your birthday party, you are stunting. All right. Let's put the flashy colors in front, shall we? Optics is very key. All right. Looks like we have like a sherbet rainbow. Put it in front of this camera as well. There's the sherbet rainbow. These are so succulent and so moist. You have to be really careful. Just one move and they could kind of fall apart. And they barely fit in this display. Okay, that's 4. That means we have 4 left. Setting them up is kind of part of the fun. I'm glad I got this. Last time I'll ever use it. First and last, but whatever, it's fun. This looks like to be like a red devil cake here, a red velvet. Boom, put that right there. Looks like we have a triple chocolate. So that, I think, is a double chocolate Oreo. This looks just triple chocolate. Ooh, a carrot cake, nice. Again, this is an 8-piece sampler kit. So I'm hoping that there are 8 bespoke cakes here. So far, there are not any duplicates. Oh, and last but not least, we have a chocolate sprinkle. So we already have a vanilla sprinkle. Now this is a chocolate sprinkle. This has potential to be my favorite. I'm gonna call these out here in a second. I'm gonna predict what I think is best. Do I dare lift this? Do I dare? Look at this thing. Wow. You want a party stopper? So these pieces are really dense. You know when you get cake and it's light and it's airy and it's fluffy and it's very feathery and effervescent? That's not these. These are like wet, thick sponges. There's a lot of density and a lot of heft in these cakes. Let me try to roll around with this camera so you can kind of see them very quickly. There is the chocolate. And then there is the carrot cake. This chocolate sprinkle, look at this. Where have you been all my life? Look how beautiful that is. All right, then we have the red velvet. There's the red velvet. This probably is a strawberry. I call it a sherbet, so it's close. A strawberry rainbow. Here what looks to be like an Oreo chocolate. And then a straight up birthday cake right there. All right, let's get right to this. I'm just gonna dig right in. I'm gonna call it out. I'm gonna say that the carrot cake, the rainbow chocolate sprinkle, and the white chocolate sprinkle are gonna be my favorite. Let's go right from the top. Let's go with what I'm calling the birthday cake. Cake Boss, yep. Some of the best in the world, yep. The moist texture really defines it. That's one reason I don't like cake, is because I've never had cake this good before. It's hard for me to articulate it because I'm not the biggest cake person. Just the density, the moistness, the texture, and the way it all comes together in a nice presentation is awesome. Surprisingly, it's not overly indulgent. Now, yes, it is indulgent. Look at the size and density of the cake. But it's not overly indulgent, not like a really thick, rich piece of fudge or something like that. All right, so that was pretty good. A lot of the same textures going on, so now I'm just gonna talk about the flavors. I can already tell that all the cakes are just gonna be of the utmost supreme quality, moist. We have really, really great flavors. These two are very similar. The only thing that's really different would be the lack of sprinkles, because these are not different flavors. These are just food colorings. Okay, so not each one of these are rainbow in terms of flavor. They're just rainbow in terms of color. Now, I predicted that this would be Oreo. Let's see if I was right. This thing's like a pound. Okay, so no Oreo, but somewhat of an Oreo type flavor, if that makes sense. It's better than I thought it would be. Right now, that might be my number one. Now the layering is unbelievable. Oh, that could have been bad. That was bound to happen. I'm surprised that didn't happen already. Given my clumsiness and the extreme amount of heft on this thing, I'm surprised that didn't happen more than once. But what I was gonna say, I will highlight on the next one, just the layering is artful. These are just beautiful to look at. Okay, so now here's the sherbet or the strawberry rainbow. This one's gonna be really hit or really miss with me. Now, it's a hit because it has a sherbet base. It's a little softer in terms of the palate. It doesn't hit you as much. It makes the frosting a bit less intense. I like this one. This one and the chocolate are my favorite so far. Rainbow sherbet, where were you my entire life? 4 down, 4 to go. Usually I'm a fan of red velvet from optics only. It really doesn't appeal to me that much, but I have been surprised, and that's why we do this. This one probably has the best consistency. It's really well weighted, and it's not very flimsy. Let's see. Yep. All right, so I'm gonna put my top ones over here. This red velvet made that my top 5 thus far. Top 3. So right now, it is my rainbow sherbet, red velvet, and then the fudge that fell apart. I put it back together and it even fell apart again. This thing just does not want to stay together. All right, 3 left. Let me try this chocolate sprinkle. I mean, just look at this perfection. Great layering, all the different colors. Equitable layering, not one is larger than the other. The straightness is perfect, the lines are perfect. Wow. This one's really intense on the chocolate frosting. Too much chocolate frosting for my liking, but if you like chocolate and like frosting, you definitely want to get this one, the rainbow chocolate. Okay, 2 left. Surprised, really. I completely don't know myself. The 3 I chose would not be in the top 3 or in the top 3 currently. Let's see what this top 4 is going to be like. Which ones are going to be my top 50%? Here goes the carrot cake. I already knew it before I was going to pick it up. You know when you get that waft of carrot cake, 80% of your taste is tied to smell. That's why people will take a waft of the wine or the food before they taste it, because that influences the taste in a huge way. I just knew right before this went to my mouth, I tasted it. I was like, yep, this is going to be really, really good. Boom. All right, last one, chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. It's layered in chocolate, chocolate sprinkles, chocolate frosting, different colors of chocolate on here. You can see all the different colors of chocolate. Ooh, let's go for it. You know, and some of these looks can be deceiving. Because look, this looks like it's just going to be a chocolate explosion, right? Like an atomic bomb of chocolate mania. And it wasn't that chocolatey. All right, so that was a lot of work. You're basically getting a full cake. You're getting 8 huge slices. You're just getting their royal sampler. So this is the way I would prefer to do it. That's the way I did it. I mean, I would never eat 8 full cakes. That's way too much decadence for me. And of course, you know, my eyes are bigger than my stomach. I like to poke and prod around the menu. So this 8-piece cake sampler was perfect for me. You know, I like when companies offer their sampler kit because it makes it more fun. It makes it better for video. And of course, spontaneity and variety is the spice of life. Just to recap my top 4, these aren't the most beautiful anymore, but I will go through them. This is the one where I thought was the chocolate Oreo. It is not Oreo, but it does kind of taste like Oreo. This is in my top 4, my top 50%. The Sherbet Rainbow. This thing right here, the Sherbet Rainbow. This might have been my favorite one. This was so good. You have your red velvet. This was really done true to form. I liked it because it held true to the traditions of red velvet. They didn't take it in any weird or peculiar way. They didn't take too much liberties with it. They made it the way the cake was meant to be made, and that's why I like it. And then carrot cake. If grandma made carrot cake every day of the year and perfected it, this is what it would taste like. So good. That's it, as always. Links in the description. I'll make it easy for you guys. Everything is in the description below. I have no idea what I'm going to do with the rest of this. Maybe if I cut it in half, people in the office won't know. That's for me to figure out. I'll see you guys on the next one.